Welcome back. My name is Nikolai, and this is Transguy Reacts, where I react to videos or things about women's basketball, collegiate or professional. Today I'm going to do about Athletes Unlimited, which is a basketball, well, actually, it's a sports league that covers a bunch of different sports like volleyball, softball, lacrosse, but it also does basketball, and it's a 1 month kind of competition tournament thing, and it's pretty interesting concept. It happens in March, so right now it is March where I'm filming this, and I believe it's the last week of competition. It's really interesting. So I'm on the website right now. You can see it's got just like basic information. It's held in Dallas for this particular basketball tournament, and there are 40 players, and it has it's been going for about 3 years now. Yeah. And then here are the team rosters, and yeah, see, it's only 1 month, so week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. We're in week 4, and there are 4 teams that play against each other, obviously, because there's 40 players, 10 players per team. And yeah, and then there's some other news about the other sports. There's some articles and things you can read, but the thing that I want to point out is first, so let me get to that. We've got the rules. So I think it's really important to talk about how this works. So it's well, start with, it's a pro league with 40 world class athletes in Dallas, and they play 4 weeks of like playoff intensity competition, which I would agree. It is playoff intensity. It's very fast, it's very intense, it's a lot of numbers, a lot of offense, crazy amount of offense, a lot of defense. Sometimes I'm like, y'all playing way too hard for considering a lot of you are in the WNBA or looking, have spots in the WNBA, and you can get hurt really easily. So I don't love sometimes how intense it is because I get scared for some of the players, but it's really fun. And then the format here, you can see the teams change weekly. So they bring they bring them to a site, and they do the draft, and I'll get to the draft. It's like a snake draft every week. So, and first, let's start with the leaderboard. So, as you can see, it says the teams play each other every week. They keep a running leaderboard that counts points for each athlete individually. And you can see the change happening in real time. Athletes earn points in 3 ways: when their team wins a game or a quarter, when they make a positive play on the court, or they may lose points for a negative play or error. Yeah, that's a key thing. You lose points if you mess up. And then when they are voted one of the top 3 MVPs of a game by a player and fans. So they'll do the math for you. You don't have to do it. Each week they have a captain. The captain is the top 4 players on the leaderboard. So captains change every week as well. And then they are basically, the captains are like the coach. They end up coaching the team, but they do have facilitators. Facilitators are like the real coach. Technically, they're like the real coach, but they're mostly there just to like help, maybe run a play, just to give some guidance. But then the captain is like the actual like coach of the team. And some of the facilitators I think were like Karima Christmas Kelly, and who else was a facilitator this year? I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was like basically people who are coaches or are vets in the WNBA. At the end of the season, they tally up the votes, and whoever's on the top of the leaderboard is the champion. And yeah, and then here you can see it on this page. Actually, at the bottom, I'll tell you the champions last year. So last year was Melissa Smith. She went off, dude. The last game, I think she had 50 points. It was wild. And then the year before was Tiana Hawkins. So right now, that's still in contention. Who's going to win this year? Let's see, what else is there? In the draft, it's a snake draft. And there are 4 colors. Yeah, gold, orange, blue, or purple. You get assigned a color. Let's see. What else can I tell you about this? Yeah, they get 2 minutes to pick. It's a draft. It's how it goes. Win points. This is important. Win points are all about the team performance. They accumulate during both individual quarters and overall game wins. Each quarter is worth 60 points, and overall games are worth 180 points. If a quarter is tied, the points roll over to the subsequent quarter. Game MVPs. After each game, the player and the member of the limited club will vote for players who they feel had standout performances, and then these are added up. So 90 points, 60 points, and 30 points, depending on where you land. And then you got your individual stats and your individual points. You get 10 points for an assist, a steal, and a block. You get 4 points for a shooting foul drawn or a personal foul drawn on you. You get 8 points for an offensive foul drawn, 5 points for defensive rebound, 10 points for offensive and rebound made field throws. What is that? Field throws? Yeah. Free throws. Sorry, made free throws. 10 points. And then if you make 2, you get 20 points. If you make 3, you get 30 points. Now, you get a lot of points, right? Making all these points. But you can also lose points, and this is how you lose points. Shooting foul or a personal foul, you lose 8 points. Offensive foul, 16. Other type of foul, -8. A turnover is 10. A missed free throw is 10. Oh my god. Miss 2 points is 10. Miss 3 points is 10. So you can lose a lot of points very easily. And then it's like a breakdown of how you could see how they do the points. There is overtime. They only played to 7 points, which I like that when there's overtime. A 5-minute. So if the game is tied at the end of the fourth quarter, the teams will play a 5-minute overtime, which is pretty standard. If the game remains tied, teams will play to 7 points, which, yes, no one wants double overtime. Interesting. In overtime, no player earns individual points, and there are no additional win points to be earned. Only those that are rolled over. So if it was tied at the fourth quarter. Okay, what else? Okay, that's pretty much standard. And then let's go into the players. So the players are all over. Most of the people who are playing are in the WNBA. So you got your Alicia Gray, you got your Natasha Cloud, Odyssey Sims, Kirsten Bell, Kehlani Brown, Tiffany Mitchell. Erin is not in the WNBA, but she should be. She's a killer on the court. Lexi Brown, Emily Inksler, Ray Burrell. I don't know who Tiana Mulder is. I'm sorry. Kelsey Mitchell's in the WNBA. Maddie Segrist. Letitia Meir. I don't know who Sequoia Holmes is. I'm sorry, honey. Sydney Colson's in the WNBA. Lexi Hull's in the WNBA. And the crazy thing is, Ty Young retired I want to say 5 years ago, maybe even more. She retired a long ass time ago, and she is kind of like a influencer. She's also a coach in the NBA, so she just came back apparently because Sydney Colson asked her. Sydney was like, "Come play with me," and she was like, "All right, sure." And she's doing amazing. Adut Bulgak, she's not in the WNBA, but she should be. She plays really well. Angel McCautry is not in the WNBA. She used to be. She is also an older player. I think her and Ty are similar age. And to be honest, I think she should hang it up. She is trying real hard to get back in the WNBA. And I'm like, girl, you had your chance, multiple chances, and you keep getting injured. I think it's time to retire. Anywho, Destiny Walker, not in the WNBA, but she's good. Ruthie Hebert in the WNBA. Haley Jones, Zaya Cook, all in the WNBA. Isabel Harrison and Teresa Plaisance are in the WNBA, but Teresa hasn't been in the WNBA for a year or two, so I don't know what's going on with that. Soraya McGuire, she's not in the WNBA. Taya Cooper, not in the WNBA. She graduated, and I think she did not get drafted. I think she thought she was going to get drafted, and she did not. Bashara Graves is in WNBA. Mimi Jackson, I think she used to be in the WNBA, or maybe she got drafted from Tennessee, but I don't think she's a current WNBA player. Akilah Mays, Kalaya Robinson are not in the WNBA, but they are pretty good players. And then Taj Cole is in the WNBA. Dory Harrison, not. Rebecca Harris, those two are not in the WNBA. I don't know who they are, honestly. I've never come across them before. Grace Berger is at Indiana. She's a rookie, or she just had a rookie year. Whitney Knight, Lauren Mincy, and Danny McCray all are not in the WNBA. I kind of remember them from college a little bit, but don't really remember. And then Essence Carson is a retired player, much like Ty Young, been out of the league forever, but came to come ball, and she balling. She mostly does music, though, now. And then Avina Westbrook is listed on here, so maybe she's an alternate or something if someone gets hurt. I think she's in the WNBA. I am not impressed with her as a person. I'm still not over how she did Tennessee at the end of her career and then transferred to UConn. How she did Tennessee is still hurts me, and I don't forgive you, girl. So yeah, that's the league. They have a YouTube page. Oh, not only that, they are on the WNBA, the League Pass. If you have League Pass with the WNBA, they're playing all of their games, so you could watch the back catalog if you want. And then It also has a YouTube page, and the YouTube page has the highlights of all of the games. So if you want to watch the games, they show you the highlights. So it's just all the scores, not the all the in between. And so you can watch all of them. It's pretty cool actually. It's not a very big league, obviously, but I love it. The announcers are Cindy Brunson and Cheryl Swoops. Those are the announcers. So it's so cool to get that, especially having Cheryl there and having that pro perspective. I really, really love this league, and I wish it was bigger. I kind of wish that it happened earlier in than because it happens in March and this March Madness, so it's hard to watch the games or be interested. They should probably have it in February, so then there's a little bit of a gap in between, and then you're not competing with eyeballs because a lot of the games are at the same time as the NCAA games. So yeah, that can be a little challenging, but I love it. I think it's a great league, and I wish that more people were watching it. And if you're interested, like I said, if you have the league pass, you can watch it for free, or you can come onto the YouTube channel and watch the highlights. So, which I might do. I do reactions and kind of commentary videos, so I might actually watch the highlights and give you a little my perspective of what's going on here. So yeah, thanks for watching this video about Athletes Unlimited. Please follow them on social media, follow their YouTube channel, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.